Welcome to the Kinda Girly podcast, where we kind of talk about everything, and we're girls, so it works. My name is Kalyn. Today I am with Elizabeth. So you know it's about to be some nerdy shit going down. Very nerdy, a little cringy, a lot of cringy.
Yes.
I'm
so excited.
Before this, I was cringing so bad because we're talking about the infamous Wattpad, and we have a Wattpad writer right next to us. This one right here. You want to talk about your story a little bit?
Yes, look it up. It's called Dragon Riders, not sexual. I wrote it when I was in high school, but that is not an excuse because I did update it, I think, a month ago. So go check it out. My username is Lovely Little Loser. Again, I was in high school. Thank you.
I love that. I didn't even know that was the name for it.
It's terrible. Wait, Dragon Riders or my username?
No, Lovely Little Loser.
Yeah, no. I'm a big fan of alliteration. And I still am, but that's just cringy.
I mean, you got over 30,000 viewers,
right?
Oh
yeah,
Readers?
I have I don't know. Let me pull it up. I am on Wattpad right now, so I can actually tell you right now how much. I have 1.6 thousand followers, and then my really big story has over 708,000 reads.
Yes, that's a lot.
I'm trying to hit that 1 mil mark. I want to get published because your girl is broke. So
that would be nice.
Please hit it up. Give me money. Thank you.
But we're not talking about her Wattpad today. We're talking about some of the cringiest fan fiction Wattpad that we have read.
Yes.
Fan fiction all in itself is a hit or miss. And most of the time it's a miss. It's very cringy.
It is. No matter what. I feel even when it's a hit, it's kind of cringy because you still know,
you know what they're taking from and how they tried to spin it and make it unique. And you're like, ooh.
Especially when they add in a new character, you always know that they're basing that new character off of themselves. And I can say that legally because I used to write fan fiction.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, I feel everyone wrote fan fiction. Oh, yeah.
I never wrote fan fiction.
I used to write a ton of fan fiction.
About?
There's an anime called Hitalia. Basically it personifies the countries and turns all of the world's countries and turns them into people. And my friends and I in middle school wrote stories where we were personifications of the 50 states.
Which one were you?
I was Texas.
Why?
Because I was born here and I was a horse girl. And they were like,
you were the horse girl?
I was a horse girl. I wore cowgirl boots to school every single day. I have a hoodie with my horse's face on it.
Oh my gosh, this is so nerdy.
I was the horse girl.
Did you neigh?
No.
I actually went to school with a literal horse girl who acted like a horse and would gallop during recess. And grew out her bangs so she could do one of these when she ran. She's married now.
Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Was it to a horse boy?
I don't know what his deal is. I never met him.
Tragic. But when I was really little, before middle school, when everyone would imagine people would play mermaids and stuff, my friends and I would play horses. Yeah.
I'm sitting at horse girl. We all know one or two apparently.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, I can't believe it. Does your husband know this?
Yeah, he met my horse.
And he still chose to marry you?
Yeah, he met my horse after we were engaged.
Oh, so he didn't have a choice. He was I already fell in love. I can't take it back.
I'm stuck with her. I tell him every day he's stuck with me. And it's true. He can never leave me.
He's stuck with the horse girl.
He is.
I'm good
at writing. Okay,
I'm never going to let you live that down. That is I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I learned something new about you every single podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be reading some of the cringiest Wattpad fanfiction synopses. Is it synopsis? Synopsize?
I think it's just... Oh, no, I don't know.
Synopsises?
That is incorrect. It's an enemy.
What should be right?
I think it's just synopsises. No. That feels so wrong.
I was agreeing at the beginning, and I was like, nope.
I feel it's probably synopses then.
Synopsy. It's like a syllabus and a syllabi.
Yeah.
A syllabi is plural. A syllabus is one.
I was thinking cactus and cacti.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I hate English. It's the only language I speak, unfortunately.
Yeah. I saw something where it was English rummaged through the pockets of every other language, and because of that, we have the most messed up vocabulary.
Oh, we have straight colonizer vibes.
Yes.
All right, so we found 3 fan fictions each, and so we're gonna go over it, read over the synopsis.
Yes, sure. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna read over it, tell you the description, and read different little parts of it. Our little favorite parts from these, excited. The cringiest parts. One of them, I'm already like, I'm dying inside.
I'm so excited for the ones that I found. They're hilarious.
Oh, I'm ready. And then along with that, we're also going to be talking about different tropes in fan fiction, and also if we consider fan fiction original content.
Fun.
Oh, but first, we need to go over the kinds of people who write fan fiction. Apparently, horse girls like Elizabeth.
Yes, definitely.
I've never written fan fiction. Like, I write, but I've never gone down the route of fan fiction. I think anyone who's part of like a big fandom and is so in love with it gets inspired by that and has to write something that is borderline fan fiction.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. For me, I'm the youngest of like 4 girls, but by the time I was like growing up, my sisters were pretty much over me. Like 2 of them were twins, so I was pretty solitary at home because my sisters had each other, and then it was me. And so I kind of used my imagination as a way to escape, and because of that, I started like writing stories, and I would write what I knew, which was the things that I like read and saw. And so I was like, all right, these things. Yeah.
So who are the kind of people who read fan fiction? I have only read fan fiction if it's not blatantly fan fiction. Like, I read 50 Shades of Grey. I knew it was a Twilight fan fiction, and I read it for that purpose, in the fact that it was sexual and I was in high school. So of course I read 50 Shades of Grey. But I don't think I've read any more like fan fiction-y stuff that's been like popular.
Yeah, since I wrote it, I read it. Once I stopped writing it, I definitely stopped reading it. But a lot of times when I would read it, it would be because there was something that I wanted to happen in the series that just wasn't happening. And so I was like, I'm going to go find other people who also want this to happen and see how they would say it like would happen. And so that's kind of where I was coming from when I would read it. Like, if there were 2 characters I wanted to date, I would go find fan fiction where they dated.
So I guess that's what makes like certain fan fiction good. If it's like a popular, like, hey, we wish this had happened, and then someone writes in and it's like, thanks, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. It's like people who write fan fictions that aren't successful are because it's not things that the hive mind is also thinking.
So you got to be deep within the group to be like, I know what you guys want because I want it too, and I'll write it.
Yeah, but I feel like also writing fan fiction isn't for other people. It's mostly for yourself.
And like, unfortunately, if it's on Wattpad, everyone else can see it.
Yes, or fanfiction.net.
Of course, there's a website.
You didn't know about fanfiction.net?
I've never been on fanfiction.net because I don't read fanfiction.
So when
like
you
that.
first said we were doing something on fanfiction, I was like, oh, obviously we're doing it on fanfiction.net. And then you said Wattpad, but fanfiction.net has been around since like the 2000s, and it has like a list of every, like, it has different categories. So like movies, books, shows, anime, like politics, I don't know, like there's different categories, and then you click on your category. So like books, you click on books, and then it'll show every book that a fan fiction has been written for. And so like, say you want to find a Harry Potter one, you scroll down to the H's, because it literally, there are thousands, and you scroll down to the H's, click Harry Potter, and then it takes you to all of the Harry Potter fan fictions that are on this site. There are millions of fan fictions on this site.
I'll have to check it out. I don't read fan fiction, but I'm super curious about the different kinds of stories and shows that they've made fan fictions about.
There are tons of stories on fanfiction.net. Like, that was where I would post my stories when I wrote them.
Ooh.
I deleted the account. Yeah.
Damn, I was going to try to catch you.
No.
Though I do have a question that does bring up something that we'll find further along in mine. But like, I wanted to ask you, why do you think a lot of fan fictions are so sexual? Or they tend to be like far more sexual? It's easy to find a fan fiction that's got like sexy time in it.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is like, people who write fan fictions are nerds. And I say that, again, as someone who wrote fan fiction. So I feel like a lot of times they have like a lot of repressed things that they're dealing with. And so that is one like kind of aspect. And then also a lot of times when people are writing fan fiction, it's like when they're going through puberty. Like, I know when I was writing fan fiction, I did not write sexual ones. When I was writing fan fiction, it was when I was like in my early teens, like right during puberty, and that's when you're like starting to discover what sex is, and like you're having sex ed in class, and so that is kind of like you have more freedom of the internet as well, so you're reading similar fan fictions and you're like, ooh, I want to try writing that. But yeah, I think
you could definitely tell when some of them are written by teenagers.
Yeah, and most of them are. There are just some teenagers who are better writers
who know more about sex.
That too.
Which I feel like some of mine were written by teenagers, but it's okay. I'm going to drag you anyway. Could you put it on a public website? And I can see it. Oh, I can see it.
Yes.
So do you want to go first?
I can, yes. Okay, so my favorite kind of fan fictions are the ones that involve real people. Because, no, that's weird. Like, I heard One Direction almost broke up because of... Before they actually broke up, they almost broke up because they were hearing about all the fan fictions written about them, and it was just so creepy.
I don't think that I would let that bother me.
But like, imagine going to a concert and like people are like, "Kiss your best friend."
Oh.
Like, it's weird.
They actually like shouted at them.
Yeah, like people would yell at them or like send them sexual drawings of like them having sex together. Like, I don't want to see my best friend naked. I don't want to think about having sex with her. It's weird. So like you have to realize when writing fan fiction that you're not writing it in a bubble and that real people can be affected. That is all I will say. But anyways, that being said, I found one that is a John Cena x Bill Nye love.
What?
Yes.
Who asked for this?
The person's name is capital J, lowercase o, capital H, lowercase n, John, _ capital C, lowercase e, capital N, lowercase a. So John Cena, technically. The spelling is just unique, so I thought it was great. But that is who wrote this story. I don't know how many reads it has. The first chapter has over 10,000 views and has 315 votes and 949 comments.
Again, I ask, who wanted this?
So many people. So when you see a story that has like an X in it between two names, that means it's like shipping them. I don't know if you knew that.
That explains one of the ones.
Yeah. So if you see it and it's like Kalyn X Hitsa, it's like shipping you together. I don't ship
that. That's my husband, by the
way.
That's
her husband. But yeah, so that's like a ship thing. So this one is John Cena x Bill Nye love.
Oh my god.
There's not really a description, so I'm just gonna read the first chapter. I think there's only 2 chapters.
I feel like it describes itself.
Yeah. So the first chapter is called "Teach Me How to Wrestle." So John Cena walked over to Bill Nye's house. He could drive, of course, but lately he wasn't feeling well, and he thought it had something to do with Bill. Bill was so perfect. His skin stayed scientifically ageless with each year. All the facts he spoke, it honestly turned John on.
Oh my god. Okay, give me a second. All right. Because I'm a visual thinker, so I'm like seeing this as it's happening.
Don't do that.
Very, like, I can see it, I can smell it. Ugh.
Oh, it gets better. You can smell it?
What? Probably. If one of them farts, then I'll be like, oh, I can smell that.
Okay. He was going to have what he wanted. He is John Cena after all. John opened the door and stepped inside Bill's house. John Cena is here! Sorry, headphone users. He screamed, making sure Bill can hear. Scientifically, I suppose so, Bill says as he walks into the living room where John was. John was going to take what was his. I forgot my swag hat last time I was here. Sure, that was his, but that wasn't what he really wanted.
Oh my god.
Bill raised an eyebrow as he reached in a shelf, taking the hat out and handing it to John. The atmosphere suddenly changed. It wasn't innocent anymore. It wasn't swaggy anymore.
I hate this.
John looked into the hat. There was a condom in it.
I'm dying.
Bill winked. Suddenly, John's right muscles made him want to do some biology. Teach me how to wrestle, Bill said. Later, they made love to John Cena's theme song on repeat.
Oh my god.
In scene. That was the first chapter.
That started off so intense. How many chapters are there?
There's only 2. I only read the first one because I was getting... Oh, wait, this one's really short. Oh, no, just kidding. It has inappropriate words. I will not read it.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh, now I'm reading it really fast. This is really funny.
So if you guys want to check that out.
Yes, it is called John Cena x Bill Nye Love by the username that I read before that I don't want to say again because it was weird. Just because it was complicated to say. Not that it was like weird. But yeah, I thought that was very important. I really hope John Cena and Bill Nye see this and they realize their love for each other because it sounds like it would be a scientifically great time.
Oh my god. If they don't do a whole you can't see me thing in chapter 2, I'm going to be so disappointed.
They don't.
Disappointment.
It's literally the next chapter is like 4 paragraphs long at
and
most.
It's about them getting busy.
Well, I mean, the only thing is he says, "Are you ready for this swaggy dick?"
Why? Is that like a John Cena thing? Is
he known for swag?
I don't know. I don't know anything about John Cena other than he's buff. He dated this one wrestler girl. He doesn't want kids, or he didn't want kids with her. And he's apparently an actor.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
Oh my god, I hate everything about that. But you know what? Congrats to you for writing something so unique.
And it's getting attention.
I wonder how are people like finding it. It's like 1-2 people found it and they're like, "Hey, you want to see Bill Nye get fucked by John Cena? You should read this."
Listen, I found it. I don't honestly remember how I found it. I think I blacked out and then it was on my screen. So
that's how normal things like that happen.
I think that's how you find that story.
Yeah. You need the blackout and then you'll find it.
Okay, do you want to read one?
Oh, okay. I'm going to save the best for last. But I found an Avatar fan fiction. And I was scared at first because I was like, this is about to be extra sexual and they're all children.
Okay, yeah. I was about to ask which Avatar, not the blue people one, right?
Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. The best one.
The best one.
Yes. It's called Under the Cherry Blossom. And this is where it has the X in it. It's Zuko X OC.
Okay, so OC is an original character.
Okay. I was thinking like The OC. Isn't that like a show, the OCs?
Oh, I think so. But OC means original character. So basically, it's like an author self-insert.
Yeah, and it's pretty evident. So I can read you. It's by SparklyWaffle. That's what I call my vagina. Anyway. Arlington and her pet dog Peanut miraculously end up in the world of Avatar in search for her mother. Katara? Through her journey, she meets a certain banished prince of the Fire Nation. She tags along with Zuko and Iroh in hopes of finding her mother, but she unconsciously finds herself falling for the banished prince.
Amazing. Glad I'm not the only one attracted to Zuko.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I was back, around this age, 15, 16, I would have read this and been like, yes, I want to fall in love with Zuko too. I love that repressed anger of his. Problematic, yes, but still. Okay, I can read a little bit here. All right. Why are you here? He asks. Arlington is now tracing circles on his back with her finger. Prince Zuko, you really should consider about the safety of your crew. You're their leader. A leader is supposed to look after their workers. Zuko abruptly grabs Arlington's hand, startling her, but softly places it at her side. He releases it. I want this to be over. I want to go home and be crowned prince of the Fire Nation. I want my father's love and acceptance. I don't want him to think I'm worthless. That sounds like Zuko. Arlington isn't sure why Zuko decided to let out his feelings to Arlington, but she's glad he's finally opening up to her. You will go home. You will be the crowned prince once again. I promise you, and I never break a promise. When Zuko doesn't say anything, Arlington gives him a quick, comforting hug. Zuko doesn't object. She already knows how to make him feel better.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like really tense reading that. I don't know why.
You were like, I need to get through this. I have to be done.
Surprisingly, not super sexual, at least for the couple of chapters I've read.
I love that you've read more than one chapter.
Yeah, I had to just get a feel for it. It seems very sweet and innocent so far. If you're into Zuko and your name is Arlington, this will be great for you.
Yes. A writing tip for Arlington. You use your name a lot. We can tell you want it to be you.
We know it's you.
It's
also, she says
okay.
Peanut's name a lot too.
Oh, okay.
Her dog.
Why is her dog there?
I don't know. I think it's kind of like a Wizard of Oz situation. Her and Toto, I guess.
Okay,
I don't know.
So I was confused. Is Katara her mom?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was saying, like, she can't, her mom died. I was like, Katara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, and then I'm assuming at this point, Arlington has not finished watching the series. Or is she like...
I don't know how this ends, but you can check
Oh.
it out on Wattpad. This was from chapter 7
Got it.
of I don't know how many chapters. More than
Amazing.
enough. I do like the name Under the Cherry Blossom. That's really cute.
Yeah, that's very, like, also on brand. I will say she did a really good job describing the character of Zuko as he was portrayed in the show.
He is mad. He wants his father's approval. He wants to go and find the Avatar. I feel like Zuko was very just one-sided for the first season.
That is also true. Listen, I was trying to hype up Arlington.
Here's the thing. She has book 1 called Water that has 11 chapters. Book 2 called Earth that has 10 chapters. Book 3 called Fire that has 13 chapters, and book 4 called Air that's got 10 chapters. So this girl's been on a roll. Like, she is committed.
When was it last updated?
How do I find that out?
It should be at the top.
It was completed November 24th, 2015 until October 12th, 2017.
Yeah, so
that is dedication.
She wrote it over 2 years.
I'm proud of you, Arlington. You know what? I'm not even mad. It's only cringy because it's like Avatar and you know when there's a self-insert and that just in itself is cringy. But I'm proud of you. I'm sure it's a great story.
Yeah, also, I don't want to read it just because, like, again, I don't read fan fiction anymore. But I feel like if you continue to read it, you'll probably see that her writing continues to get better.
Oh, yeah. In
'Cause-
2 years?
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed a lot with the fan fiction that I did read is that over time you could really see, like, a marked improvement in these people's writing. And it's interesting to watch them, like, grow more comfortable with their abilities.
I'm curious what else SparklyWaffle has written.
Okay. So I also have another, a different kind of option. So this one, it's called Mcloving You.
Yes.
Have you seen this one?
No, but I'm already down for this.
So this one is a reader. So, like, when you're reading it, you're supposed to picture yourself in, like, the book.
Oh, it's like the one thing, like, build your own fantasy.
Kind of, yeah. And so sometimes with these, you'll see, like, whenever the character that you're supposed to be, it'll be, like, Y/in, and you're supposed to, like, insert your name when you're reading it.
Oh.
I don't remember if this one does this. It is marked NSFW.
What's that mean?
Not suitable for work.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm not going to read one of the, like, not suitable for work chapters, but I am going to read the chapter titles because they're all hilarious. But the description, it's called Mcloving You, Reader X Ronald Mcdonald.
Well, again, who asked for this?
I don't know, but I love that
I
this
bet there's
happened.
a Chuck E. Cheese one. There's gotta be.
Oh, I didn't look, but there definitely has to be. The description is, in SFW, join yourself on a romantic and mysterious journey with Ronald Mcdonald's. There's a lot of spelling mistakes. I don't know if it'll get steamy, but maybe. So I'm going to start off by reading the chapter titles. So the first one, McMeeting,
Yeah.
McBonding,
Oh, God.
McKiss, TM, me, McSexy, the NSFW chapter, McSmashin',
Oh, my God.
and McSadness.
This is McCringy.
Oh, it is. I love this. And then the last thing is an author's note.
You almost died.
My voice just, God does not want me to read this. My voice just broke. But the last thing is an author's note, and it says, God is angry. And I cannot blame him.
Who sees Ronald McDonald and is like, I want to write that? Actually, probably plenty. You know what? I take that back.
This person, their name is snerson, SNERSON, if you want to go check them out. But I'll read the first chapter. It's called McMeeting.
It makes me McHungry.
I know. Now I really want to just like be chowing down on some nuggets.
Oh, that sounds good.
So, you were just having a normal day. You went to work, did some paperwork, walked home, maybe contemplated jumping off a bridge. Then one day, he came. Flashback. You were just walking down the street, looking at plants and shit, being a sad wiener. You didn't know what you wanted out of life, or if you were even real. You were crumbling. The rain was pouring and the skies were dark gray. You laughed. How fitting. Then all of a sudden, something bright hit your eyes and it stopped raining around you. You turned around and looked into the eyes of the sexiest man you had ever seen. His beautiful red lips, red hair, maybe red eyes. You can't really tell because of his
Sounds
teeth.
like a demon. Chucky?
You can't really tell because of his teeth. His beautiful white teeth so bright. He was the sexier Chip Skylark. You watched his lips move as he asked you a question. Are you McFeelin' okay?
Oh my god.
Have a McHappy McMeal. He handed you a red box with a yellow handle and a smile, dripping with grease. You never tingled this much in your entire life. Oh dear, you're pretty McWet.
Oh my no.
The mysterious stranger says. He hands you napkins he forgot to put in the box. Who are you? You ask in awe. I'm Ronald. Ronald McDonald.
No.
I was cackling in the middle of our office, and I was like, this is too good.
Someone got McHorny writing this.
Like, what was going through their mind? Were they just, like, chowing down, like, staring at a picture of Ronald? Like, yeah.
Someone wants to tap that.
I know he has really big shoes. You know what they say about big shoes.
Oh, I'm sure they made that joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, no. Again, I only read the first chapter.
I think that's all you really need.
Yeah, I'm so done. I'm okay with not reading more, but
you're McWet.
it's so good. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like so bad it's good.
It's so bad it's good. Yes.
I think I might actually read that one for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can send you the link.
Yes, please. I will read it. All right. My turn.
Yes.
This one's called The Other Kardashian. There's so many like Kardashian fanfic, and it's about them having an additional sister that they never even knew about.
Does the name start with a K?
Of course it does.
I was about to say, if it doesn't feel real. Unacceptable.
This one's by Books by Victoria. They have 269,000 reads. Reading time is over 4 hours. The you gotta say about the other Kardashian? Anyway, it's about Khloe Kardashian. Never liked her lifestyle. She hated the hype of the famous life and most definitely hated the way being famous changed her family. Her life has always been about the press and what the tabloids are going to say about it. Her mother, Kris, was always caught up in Kim's drama and nobody paid attention to Khloe. But that was beneficial because she was different. She wasn't like them. She was the other Kardashian. She's not like the other girl. She's different. Oh, okay. So I found this. There's like, from what I could gather, there's not too much that happens. It's just the cringe of knowing that they're writing about real people, like you said,
Yes.
and they like have points of view. They have like Kelly's point of view, Kylie's point of view, Kendall's point of view, and it's like, what? Okay. So this one's from Kelly's point of view. Just to get the feel of this. It was the VMAs. I felt worse than yesterday, and because of my sobbing and screaming yesterday, I had absolutely no voice. I feel like I have to read this like a preppy
you have
girl.
to do Valley Girl.
My throat killed. I was voiceless and boyfriendless. It couldn't get any worse. Okay. Until it did. I grabbed my dress and put it on, knowing Anna was on her way. I've been crying all morning, and I knew it was going to be impossible to do my makeup. My dress was beautiful. I just didn't feel beautiful in it. There was a tiny voice in the back of my mind telling me I was too ugly, and that's why Justin used me. Kendall came over and tried to help, but she couldn't. I sobbed at my image in the mirror and sobbed even more when Justin texted me. And it's all about her relationship with this guy, Justin, and how Kylie and Kendall are trying to help her or like be like, you're too good for him.
Is it Justin Bieber?
That is a really great question. I do not think it says in the couple chapters I read. This is from chapter 14.
I feel like it has to be Justin Bieber.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very much Kardashian-y. You know, we got the paparazzi. They were in my face. Kylie told me to just walk away because they were there for her.
Rude.
I mean, but they're probably not wrong because
Yeah.
your name's Kelly Kardashian. Who are you?
No one knows. Yeah, I don't know that much about the Kardashians, but amazing.
I don't know. I don't think I could write a fan fiction about the Kardashians because even watching their show, I can tell you nothing about Kylie and Kendall's personalities. They are very, like, toast.
Yeah.
It's very bland. I can't tell you anything about them other than Kendall maybe is more tomboyish, I think.
What's the one that claims she hasn't had any plastic surgery, but, like, she definitely has?
Courtney, maybe?
I don't know. I just seen pictures
I know
of her.
Chloe can't.
I just know there's one girl who's like, I think it's Kendall, who's the
Oh,
youngest.
maybe it is Kendall.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I've just seen pictures of her before and after, and I'm like, you're gonna tell me you haven't had any work done? Like, good for you if you can afford it and it is done well, which hers definitely is. Like, she looks gorgeous, but like, she tries to tell people she hasn't had any surgery, and I'm like, don't lie to people. We're not
bullshit
dumb.
Me.
But
Your whole entire family has. Don't be ashamed.
yeah, but yeah,
Love the Kardashians fan fiction.
yeah.
Especially the ones that drag them, because some of them do.
And this one doesn't.
No, it's definitely mostly about Kelly, and she just so happens to be the other Kardashian.
Is she like? Does she talk about how she like isn't in the show at all? She's like, I
Oh,
avoid the
she's
cameras.
like the hidden sister that no one really talks about. The paparazzi doesn't pay that much attention to her because it's mostly about her sisters.
So she's like the Cinderella.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's like trying to find her own identity in the Kardashian family. Good luck.
Yeah. But okay, is it my turn again?
Yes.
So this is one I'm very excited about. I literally would take my laptop to lunch with me because we had like assigned laptops. I went to a bougie school. This was in like middle school, high school. I found this story on fanfiction.net. It's truly, truly magical. It's called The Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles.
Amen.
So this is, the description honestly says it best. So I'll read the description. Do you want your little ones to read books and they want to read the Harry Potter books, but you do not want them to turn into little witches? Well, this is the story for you. This story has all the adventure of JKR's books, but will not lead your children astray. For concerned mommies everywhere. Blessings, Grace Ann. So this book was originally posted on fanfiction.net, and there was a big debate on whether it was like posted as a joke or if someone legitimately did this. But the idea is that this woman rewrote like the entire first Harry Potter book from a Christian viewpoint.
That takes a lot of time.
Oh yeah, no, like this woman was dedicated. And so like I'll read some of it, but I have to like give you some background because I'm not going to read all of it, and it's truly amazing, and I highly recommend that everyone reads it. It's been reposted, like I said, to Wattpad under the same name, Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, by an account called Cellarue, Cellarue. Definitely go read it. It's truly amazing. Literally would read it out loud to my entire lunch table every lunch. Like, we were into it. But basically, the Dursleys, the only reason they're evil is because Aunt Petunia is a working woman, a career woman, and she doesn't stay at home and take care of her family.
Shame.
Yeah. And then all of the Hogwarts houses are different, like, denominations of Christianity. And then it's very obvious that whoever wrote this was a Baptist, because Gryffindor is, like, Baptist. And then they're very against Catholics because Slytherin is like Catholics, because
I wonder how they reason that. Like, I want to know how Baptists are Ravenclaw.
Baptists aren't Ravenclaw, they're Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Yeah. Well, because they're like, Gryffindor is the only correct one. And then the reason Slytherin is Catholics is because they worship idols, which is not true, but that was this author's reasoning. And then J.K. Rowling has since said that, like, Dumbledore is gay. But in this series, Dumbledore and McGonagall are married, and Hermione is their daughter.
Which makes no sense because she's, you know, not witch-born.
Yeah, there's just a lot. But I will read a little excerpt. So this is chapter 6. It's about the Sorting Hats.
Do they pray?
Oh, all the time. Like, instead of magic, they use prayer. So, like,
that's kind of like witchcraft if you use it like that.
Yeah, so, like, they prayed.
Pray the gay away?
Probably. Dumbledore is apparently married to McGonagall. But, like, Harry's door was locked, and he, like, got on his knees, and he prayed to God, and then the door was unlocked. Which, like, that's not how prayer works.
I wish it were that easy.
So, Harry began nervously as he bit into a thick, juicy slice of perfectly fried bacon. What sorting hat do you think you will choose? Because they choose hats that they wear that are like baseball caps. I don't know. Oh, I will definitely choose Slytherin, Ronald declared confidently as he began eating his oatmeal with his hands. My whole family is Slytherins. He gestured to the countless Reds heads sitting at the table, and they all turned to Harry and smiled and waved. You should become a Slytherin too. We could do it together.
She hates Ron.
Yeah, so basically they start talking about, like, the differences between the houses, and he goes, Gryffindor hats believe in the Bible too, but Slytherins have even more. We have a book full of guidelines on how to be a good person and a whole panel of Slytherin hats to tell us what to do. Then Harry is like, why do you need all of that? I'm just trying to give you all a condensed version because it's very long. It's very good. Why only have the Bible when you can have more? Why that would be like only praying to God, Ronald said. Harry gasped in horror as he bit into more bacon. Of course I only pray to God. Who else would I pray to?
Can you imagine that? Someone going,
yeah,
taking a bite of their bacon. Bacon.
I think Luna is like a Hufflepuff, and she says, Hufflepuff hats believe in the Bible, but only some of it. We don't believe in the stuff against fornication and drinking and socialism, but we really like Matthew 7:1, and that's about it. We're really fun, and we seem really nice and really tolerant, as long as you agree with us. I don't know which one this is supposed to represent.
Me neither, but she really don't like them either.
And then Draco chimes in. Please, ignore this fool, Draco growled smugly. Luna here thinks she can have a career even though she's a woman, and women are stupid.
Did a woman write this or a man?
It's supposed to be like a woman wrote it. And there's like a lot of debate on whether it was actually written as a joke or not. But no one knows. Women shouldn't not have careers because women are stupid, Harry shouted indignantly. Women are not stupid at all. Women should not have careers because women are nurturing and loving, and their gifts serve them best in the home. Like, I get so mad. Once Harry decides which hat he'll be, Harry corrected cleverly, and then he jumped on the table and got down on his knees and raised his hands to the ceiling of the great hall, and he bellowed, Dear Lord, I have made my decision. I am a Gryffindor hat. And that's how that chapter ends. And then, like, it's just so funny. And it's, like, it's so good. Everyone should read it.
And get angry.
And then, yeah, it's so good. I cannot stress enough, but yeah.
That was a lot. That's a lot.
It is, but it's so good. Amazing.
You've read it all?
I haven't read it all because we had to switch lunch periods, so my friends and I broke up, and we didn't want to read it without each other, so I stopped reading it. It's interesting, but it's so good. It's so bad.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I could read that. But if you guys want to, you know where to find it.
Yes.
All right. So this is the one that I've been dreading to read. The other two were very mild. They were very sweet. This one is not. This is a Little Red fan fiction. So, you know, all you woofies out there, you're going to love this one. And I can't even shit on you guys because, to be quite honest, what got me into Wattpad was the alpha trend. And I feel so bad because when I tell people that, they're like, Kalyn, no. But no, some of them were actually pretty good. And when you're home alone at night and you got nobody to look over to, you know, It might do it for you. I don't know. So
You don't know. I feel like you know, Kalyn.
I know. So I think I have a thing for alphas, but only in the sexual sense, because all the other stuff that happens when they're not in bed is like, girl, run.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of like not healthy relationship practices, but at the same time, like, I'm fine with that in bed.
This is super abusive. So for context, because I have read a couple of chapters of this. First off, it has almost 30 million reads.
Holy cow!
Yes. So this is popular. It's written by author Mia Kerr. I don't know why her name sounds familiar. But anyway, so there's like this whole thing of this village of people. And when a girl turns like 17, 18 or whatever, they have to like stand outside with blindfolds. And then all these wolves come and they come and take their mate. And then they take them to whatever village they're from. And yeah, so that's where that came from. And they like virgins. They prefer virgins.
Oh, then I would be sleeping with anyone to avoid that.
Yeah, I don't know what happens if they pick you and you're not a virgin. I feel like they kill you. Don't know. So this is the little sneak peek they give you. It's complete and it's rated M for mature. Oh, God. Okay. The quote says, "Let me make that tingling sensation in between your thighs disappear. It will only take a moment, Red." Red lived in a small town in Pennsylvania with her grandmother. The town was known to invite supernatural creatures every year. Whenever the mating season struck, it was a ritual for young women, human or not, to stand partly dressed in the town center, blindfolded and ready to be taken by the wild beasts lurking in the forest. Things take a twist when Red turns 18 and she's ordered to participate in the ritual. Blindfolded on the night of evil, innocent Red is devoured by a man who called himself the Alpha.
I low-key feel like I've read this.
It's got over 30 million reads, so probably. Okay, I can read. Chapter 8. And before each chapter, there's like a little quote from it. And so this quote says, "I want you between my legs." Chapter 8. Heat curled down my spine as I followed the creature inside his bedroom. I wasn't able to utter another word after his savage response to my innocent question. I just wanted to know what I had to do here and what my job was, but his response shook me completely. He wanted me to sin. Yeah, she's all about sinning and keeping her virtue and stuff like that. The creature locked the door behind and came up behind me. He cupped my face and asked, "Now tell me, how many men have been in between your thighs?" My mouth hung open as his straightforward question. I didn't expect this all when I came here. I thought about different things, happy and good deeds. "None?" "Really?" he asked, sounding surprised. I nodded my head. "Well, that's great. Perfect for me. However, we have a little problem." "What's that?" I asked, worried. "As per the pack rules, the Alpha is only supposed to claim a woman who is a virgin and someone who hasn't indulged in any sexual activities," he said. "I am," I said. "I know that, but my kind has doubts. And with that body, no one is going to believe you," he stated. I looked down at my body. Was there something wrong with me? My breasts did grow quicker than anyone else in the town, but I thought that was natural. "What do you want me to do?" I asked, with worry lacing in my tone. I want you to lay down and spread your legs for me so I can confirm that you're a virgin." There's more. There's so much more. I just don't know if I want to keep reading.
How does one confirm that?
So
I like that you have an answer.
Because he does. He makes her lay down. Taking a deep breath, I parted my legs open. I parted my legs open for him. There's typos in this. He came down and sat between my legs. His fingertips traced down the bare flesh on my legs as I quivered out of fright. He's just seeing, I thought to myself, and calmed my quickening heartbeat. His fingers curled around the edges of my underwear as he hovered his masculine body over mine. Woohoo! Okay. We're still not there yet. I'm still scrolling until I see how he confirms it. Oh, okay. And here's the thing. She says things like sin and like lady bits. But then right here, she says fire raced through my body as the creature parted the lips of my P word with his warm fingers. Like, how'd you go from being a virgin and talking about sex as sin? But then she says the P word in here all the time.
I would like to just say that when you said P word, I was like, she has a penis? I was like, what?
Penis? No, the other P.
I hate that word.
The ussy.
Yeah, I hate that word.
Yep. Yep. Oh, and then there's a thing he says, I will need to taste you. Oh, that's how he confirms it. He tastes her. She says, why? He says, because I want to.
Oh.
I said, oh.
I really hope our boss is in his office right now and can hear every word of this and that we don't get fired.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so much to this. This one is the cringiest one, but I read the most out of this one.
Of course you did. You got an Alpha King.
I can't help but to read this. It's just so much to it. So yeah, if you want to read Red Riding the Alpha, 30 million of you have.
It's such a great title too.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Are you okay?
Oh, I think so. Oh, that one was just so painful. And there's so many little red fan fictions, of course, because it goes down the whole alpha thing and the wolf thing. And
doesn't he like literally try to kill her?
Not. He tries to kill something else, and it's not her life.
What a euphemism. I love it.
He's killing it already.
So I will say that had a very good example of another type of character, which is the like Mary Sue character. Do you know what a Mary Sue is?
Vaguely.
So this is like a big trend in a lot of like fan fictions is to have a Mary Sue, which is basically this character that is like perfect in every way. And it's annoying because it's not realistic. So people are like reading these about these characters who are definitely self-inserts. And they're like, this character's not relatable because they're literally perfect. Like they'll be like, but they're unaware that their character is like the character is unaware that they're perfect. So like the way that girl was like, my breasts grew faster, but I thought that was okay. Like it's like the underhanded compliment of characters, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's always abuse in these like alpha ones. The abuse is just so blatantly in your face. It's not even trying to get around it. Like they're so violent, it's very possessive. As an adult, I recognize these are bad things and I can read them. But considering how this is written in the set scenes in it, I can tell that this person is not of age. And they're thinking, this is hot, this is sexy, this is something that people want, this is what I want. And that's very concerning because the alpha in this gets very violent.
Oh, no. If you're ever scared or hurt, that is not a good thing. Get help. Leave that relationship.
It doesn't matter how many times he tells you he wants you and he only wants you. It really doesn't matter because that's even abusive in itself. Even if he's not touching you and he's like, I need you.
Yeah.
I only want you. Those are red flags too.
Yeah.
It sets you up for emotional abuse, definitely.
Yeah. We got weirdly deep. But yeah, no, if you don't feel safe, get out. Soulmates aren't a real thing. I mean, they might be, but like not in this way where it's like a tangible thing. So like,
or a soulmate where you have to stick by that person because that's your soulmate. It doesn't matter he hit me.
It does matter. It's not okay. Yeah, that's also another thing is, a lot of people who are writing these sex scenes have never had sex. And so it makes you wonder, like, where did you learn this?
And why? And they're so aggressive, too. At least in this story, it's based off of aggression and anger. There's nothing sweet or even consensual for the most part about it. Because, I mean, she's his mate. She was chosen. She was taken. She doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Because if she tries to fight it, then he'll just kill her.
Which, like, how is that your soulmate if you're just going to kill them?
I don't know. That's his mate. He imprinted on her. Those words aren't used, but, you know.
Fight me, Jacob.
Fight me.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's problematic. But did I read a bulk of this? 100%.
Yeah. Like, I like reading it. It's like seeing how the other side lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to experience it. I mean, like, maybe the, like, alpha part, but, like.
Yes.
But, like, I don't want to experience it. But, like, I'm okay with reading about it.
Yeah. So these were definitely cringy. And the Avatar one, you know what? I will give props where props are due. It's not cringy in the sense that it makes me curl up in a ball and cry. However, it's just one of those things that it's like you see what the self-insert is, and that kind of makes you go, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm very proud of you because you worked on this for multiple years and you wrote so much. So that one, probably a good one. Though I do have a question to kind of wrap all this up. there's been a lot of fan fictions that have been able to come out as original content or to make very popular. I talked about earlier 50 Shades of Grey. We have After, which is a Harry Styles fan fiction that's on Netflix, and it has like 2 other movies to go along with it. I don't know why.
Cow.
Immortal Instruments, did not know, is a Harry Potter fan fiction. I did not pick that up.
Oh, I didn't pick that up either.
I don't see anything Harry Potter related in Immortal Instruments.
The Steelies are like wands, I guess.
Maybe. I only read the first book. Because after that whole brother and sister thing, I was like, this is trash and gross.
Get past that.
Yeah, but it's apparently a Harry Potter fan fiction.
Oh my god, does that mean that Jace is supposed to be Draco because he has like super pale hair?
I've never made that connection. I still can't see it.
Now I feel like I have to go reread the Mortal Instruments.
I'm sure there's like a little thing online that tells you the parallels of how it's a fan fiction.
Yeah.
I don't see it. But then there's Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Obviously a Pride and Prejudice fan fiction. Obvious. I love Pride and Prejudice. Haven't read the book, but I love the movie.
I haven't done either.
The movie's really great. Wicked, which is a fan fiction of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Which is, okay, the books are trash. The musical, immaculate.
I've not.
My mom tried to read the book, and she was, like, very uncomfortable.
Is it because it's bad?
I think because it was bad. I don't remember. I was, like, in high school when this happened, and I like to black out a lot of high school because it was embarrassing, but.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then there's Point Pleasant, which I haven't heard of, but it's a supernatural fan fiction. And I love supernatural, so I may have to check that out. I don't know if it's a show, but it's 100% a book.
Interesting.
But with all these fan fictions, I guess the question comes, can this be considered original content? Can people write fan fiction, get published, and consider that their original content?
I mean, if you can diversify it enough from the original content, like, obviously when it's originally written, you're using the names of previous characters. But if you can, like, change the names of the characters and they're somewhat not recognizable as the original, at that point, yeah, it's original fiction. If at the same time, like, I'm reading a book like the Harry Potter one, like, it would obviously kind of always be a play on Harry Potter. Or like the Little Red Riding Hood one, I think that one was different enough that you almost couldn't tell that it was Little Red Riding Hood
if it wasn't in the title and the name Red wasn't used repeatedly.
Yeah, so like for that you can kind of diversify it, but when it goes off of the original like story, I think yes. But when it's just like a rewriting of a scene or a part of the story, like the way the Zuko one was, I think then it's not original fiction, it's fan fiction.
So I've always thought about this. Like, say I was to write a book and it got super popular. I made a ton of money and I have a lot of pride in this. And then someone was to come behind me and write a fan fiction similar to 50 Shades of Grey and also get very popular. I wonder, does the original author own rights to that content if it's out in the open that it is a fan fiction of an original content?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't know how the copyright works with that.
Because, like, I know with Wattpad, you have the options of doing different, like, copyrights. So, like, technically, like, my Wattpad story is copyrighted to me, I think. I don't know. I was in high school. Again.
I think the copyright with that is the moment you put it on paper, you own it.
Yeah.
That's yours.
I don't know. But that I am curious about that because, like I know we were talking earlier and you said the 50 Shades of Grey. You knew pretty quickly that it was a Twilight fan fiction. And
the author also said, hey, this is a Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah. So I wonder if Stephenie Meyers, if she wanted, could sue for, like, some monetary gain from that.
I don't know. I'm sure there's something out there, but I've always wondered, like, same with After. I wonder if Harry Styles was like, hey, you base this person off of me and my personality and lightness.
Yeah.
Do I own rights to this somehow?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like with the Law and Order SVU. They're always like, any similarities between people real or present are pure, like, coincidence, when it's like, no, we know it's not. Like, there are some Law and Order SVU episodes where it's like, yeah, I remember when that was actually in the news. So I feel like if you have the disclaimer, maybe, I don't know,
you guys let us know. I'm curious about that. I don't know how copyright and ownership works when it's something that we all generally know is a fan fiction of original content.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at this point, nothing is technically original. But if you're going out and saying, hey, this is a fan fiction of this thing, and it gets popular and gains money, does the original author somehow own anything? I don't know. You guys let us know in the comment section if you liked any of these stories. Also let us know if you have your own cringy fan fiction stuff that you want us to read in a potential next episode. Also put those down there. Oh god. Kind of made them not too rated
sexual.
R.
Yeah
I know Red Riding the Alpha was a little sexual, but I read the least sexual part that I could find. So, he was just seeing if she was a virgin. The least sexual part. But yeah, you guys let us know what you thought about this. Do you think fan fiction can be considered original content? Where do you guys draw the lines? And yeah, if you're listening through Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we have a YouTube channel. And if you're watching us through our YouTube channel, we have all those other things I mentioned. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you can find Kinda Girly Podcast. And we will see you all next time. Bye.